Now, I simplified the phases in the project development as applicable to you into 5. They are task, analysis, algorithm, coding, and testing. So, now I explain all these phases in detail. Then if you understand the real spirit of all these 5 phases, for your small programs also you can implement, and once you tune up to this, for a small project or a big project, you think formally and you develop it. That is a very essential prerequisite to evolve as a proficient programmer. The first one is the task. Simply I call it as a task. Actually, here you have to understand the problem. It is like understanding question in your examination before answering. Actually, here one special challenge is there. You are in a software development profession. It is not the medical profession. In the medical profession, one advantage is there because there is a meticulous classification like dentist, cardiologist, urologist, like that. A meticulous classification is there. A dentist means only dental patients will go. Cardiologist means only heart patients will go. ENT specialist means the corresponding patients will go. So, like that, for everywhere the specialization is there. As far as software developer is concerned, any type of client may come. Your client may run a hotel, or he may run a hospital, he may run a transport business, or he may be running a college or school, or he may be a share broker. Any type of business. There are, you know that, there are thousands of types of business in the world. So, any type of client may come to you. The first and foremost step for you is you have to understand his business. You simply go to hotel for eating. Did you think of how hotel is to be managed? Never. You go to hospital for treatment. You never know how hospital is managed. So, you use bus, transport services, but you never know how transport is managed. So, that is the first and foremost step. You have to understand a hotel owner comes and all that. Then you have to understand the whole modus operandi of running the hotel business. Actually, the hotel owner, that means your client, knows everything, but you never know anything. You may be a software developer. So, the first step is to understand his business. It is a very challenging task. You may get information from the client. For that purpose, you have to pose certain questions and get the answers. Ultimately, you must form a overall idea over running of that business. It is not an easy job. That is, in industry, it is called business intelligence. Business intelligence. For this purpose, lot of common sense is required. Common sense is the core. That's why I named this chapter as a computer common sense. So, you must have common sense, then only you understand the problem. Without understanding the problem, you cannot think of answer. So, this is the first step. Thereafter, after understanding the problem, what client is expecting from the project, that you have to think of. That is solution. Solution. Which solution is expecting, which reports is expecting, all that you have to understand. Once, first step is this, second step is this. This is like a source. This is like a destination. So, first you have to understand both. After understanding both, then you have to think of bridging the gap. Okay, so that is the first one. Second one is analysis. Actually, now you are thorough with the problem and you are thorough with the solution, future solution. What solution the client is expecting from this? what type of information or reports is expecting, all that you are arriving at. Now your job is to bridge the gap between the problem domain and the solution domain. How you can get it? By thinking process, that is called analysis. Even if it is a personal problem also, you have a personal problem, you want to overcome that. For that purpose, what is the solution? How first we think of. Thereafter, how to bridge the gap between the problem domain and the solution domain, you think of. That process is called analysis, thinking process. And what is the outcome of that? This one. A piece of idea you get, you can call it as a logical plan. You get a logical plan. So, if I can solve this problem, I will bridge the gap with this logical plan. That is mere a thinking process. A outcome of the analysis is the logical plan. Okay, this logical plan is like this, but there is no clarity in that. So clarity is very much required, because if your friend or some other specialist is solving this problem, you can explain, I have this plan, can you implement? Then the specialist can implement it, because he is having his own intelligence. But here you are dealing with a computer. Computer is a brainless machine. That's why what you have to do, this logical plan should be dissected into clear steps, doubt-free and clear steps without any logical gap. Then this is written in a human language like English. This is called algorithm. The third step is algorithm. And one very important and interesting thing you have to understand. Now 3 steps: task, understanding problem domain and solution domain. In this case, no computer is required. This is your mental process. So no computer is required. You need not require any programming language, knowledge of any programming language. Second one, analysis. To derive this logical plan, this is a mental job. No computer or knowledge of computer language is required. Third one, writing algorithm. For this also, you don't require any computer or computer oriented computer language knowledge. So the 3 steps together is called design. First design, this is a purely mental work. That's why I am telling you, common sense is very core. If you want to become a programmer, and proficient programmer I am talking about, and you must have common sense is the essential prerequisite, because here there is no role of computer or computer language. Okay. After that, now 4th step. The 4th step is, here how we have written algorithm in English or some other human language, but computer cannot understand any human language. That's why what you have to do, all these steps, you have to take every step and transform into computer programming language instruction. It may be any language, C, C++, Java, Python, or any language. So each step should be translated into computer language instructions. Here it may be one step, but here it is translated into 20 programming language instructions. That's why there is in size wise there is no similarity between algorithm and the actual program. So in this way you write a set of instructions. As you know, a set of instructions is nothing but a program. That means after writing algorithm, you make coding or writing a program. Okay. After that, after writing program, you should not simply take it as granted. So it should be tested. The final step is testing. That means in testing process, syntax errors will not come. your program may contain some logical errors or semantic errors or runtime errors. So, even though they are there in our program, it works, but it may give wrong result or unexpected result. Or in some cases, what happens, certain input values only, it may give wrong result, wrong result. That's why you have to, in a program testing process, you have to find out all those logical or semantics or runtime errors, and you have to fix them. You have to fix them. Then only, being a programmer, your responsibility is completed. Then only it will be delivered to the client.